Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and as you can see from the title of this video, I want to talk about Arionne's life. For me, it is the best form of birth control. Her life beats any birth control pill that scientists can create. It is stronger than any object that can be inserted into a woman as birth control. Arionne's life is a reminder to me that I am thankful for, while of course there's childhood trauma when you're the baby of a large family and everyone's several years older than you, and some bullying definitely happened there. Still, I'm thankful for some standards that I was taught when I look at Ariane and listen to her conversation. And certainly just trying to watch her lives when she goes live on TikTok or Instagram, just the noise and the chaos and the interruptions and the disorganization. It just makes me oh so thankful for my life as is. I am that childless cat lady, the childless cat lady that knows what a two-parent household is and would not have an affair with a married man. I can definitely kick it by myself. I take myself out all the time and have a good time. So, Arionne's display of her life, it is the best form of birth control. Now, before I get further into my commentary, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. Of course, everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion, and the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these sound bites and on Arion as a whole are allowed for criticism. All right, so I know that you all have checked out Arionne's TikTok live. I know that I saw it on the YouTube channel called Miss B, That's Me. And thank you, Miss B, That's Me, for catching it and streaming it. Arionne, even before you get into her mindset, her life choices, her lack of remorse, the taunting, the torment, the disrespect, just the ghetto environment, the disorganized environment, the loud sounds that are happening while she is trying to communicate. And it's quite normal for her, right? You can tell she never says anything like, I apologize for the loud noise. You know, he just had candy or, you know, a sugary drink. And, you know, it's just always kind of hard for me to quiet things down. That's why I just go live when I can and just deal with the noise. She never says anything like that. So that lets me know that in her mind, she thinks that that is the norm. Now, I'm not saying that you should not let children be free and just scream and shout, but I think that it's also beneficial for them to not only learn to be themselves and express themselves, but also learn that when mommy is talking, she needs to hear herself think. The person she's talking with needs to be able to hear her. You know, he can definitely, for a few moments, play a little more quietly with his toys. That is something to teach him as well. As he's growing up and is in school, he won't be able to just shout out and express himself at any given moment while the teacher is talking, or if he's watching his fellow students talk about something. So those are some social skills that she could be teaching him at home. But in the midst of what comes across as chaos, I feel like he's not picking that up, and definitely mama ain't teaching it to him. She's kind of teaching him that that's more normal. Now, I know that everyone has been roasting her all weekend long about the braces thing. And she said that, you know, her teeth has shifted, although she's worn braces. And I know that Ariane is not a 20 something anymore. I know that she's entering like mid 30s. But still, because I wore braces, first I wore a retainer, and then I wore braces from ages 10 to 13. And when I was in my 30s, my teeth didn't shift. So, I'm just concerned over where she went to get the braces. If it was someone's garage, I'm not really sure. But for her to just be in her 30s and her teeth are already shifting, I find that to be interesting. And then we all know that she's worn braces for a really long time. So she said that she will get another retainer, so I don't know. That was just a different experience than what I had. And I remember like the dentist wanted me to wear the retainer for a while. I wore it for about a year, I think, or maybe a little over a year. I kept forgetting, like at lunchtime, I would sit the retainer in my case and the case on my lunch tray. And then I was a kid, so I would forget, oh, let me grab my retainer case, and I would dump the whole tray in the garbage, have to go back and get it out, okay? And then after my mom shared this with the dentist, he said, well, we'll just go ahead and put braces on her, and then I wore the braces for 3 years and took them off, and that was it. And then, of course, you go back every month for tightening. And so I just find that interesting that she's already experiencing the teeth shifting. But, I'm also not a dentist. Perhaps some people do experience the shifting in their 30s. I'm just saying that I did not. Now, what I found to be hilarious was that she said that she has a degree in biology. I could have sworn she told Tasha K that she did not finish college and she does not have her bachelor's degree. And I thought that she was studying nursing, because there is no way that I would want her to be my nurse, not even my CNA. And then there's the rumor that she has a job and she's working at the nursing home. I know that Arion has denied this. But with a degree in biology, typically the next step is to go to medical school. Some people earn their bachelor's in chem bio, but that biology degree, I thought it led to medical school to be a doctor. Honey. So that's just hard for me to believe, but whatever, perhaps she does have one, but to me, you would be working in the medical industry for sure, and you would go ahead and pursue medical school. Now, Ariane said that while the ratings would go up if she joined the show, she never joined Love and Marriage Huntsville. I feel a couple of ways about Ariane saying that. On one hand, I feel like definitely she does not want to face the commentary of the LAMH sector bloggers. We would all criticize her for her obvious choices when it comes to dating a married man, and I'm just really not giving a F about it, And I think that she would not want to face the commentary every week when we all give our recaps on the episodes. Just there's so many bloggers that will roast her. She just would not want to deal with that. And then on the other hand, I feel like she is selling herself to production indirectly, because she's saying, I would never go on that show. Although the ratings would go up, I'd never go on there. Almost trying to present herself like forbidden fruit, because, the saying goes like a man wants what he can't have. So it's almost like she's teasing production, like I could make your ratings go up, but I'd never join the show, almost to try and make production / Carlos King chase her with the best offer ever to try and get her to join the show. I feel like both of those things could be true simultaneously. Now, Ariane, I definitely have to disagree with you that if you were to join the show, that would most certainly be the end to a show that is already not the same. You would totally tank it. And if Martell is smart, which I definitely question his intelligence, if he is smart, he would definitely not be trying to pitch you to join the show because he needs that income as on air talent and producer of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Martell Holt needs that show to remain on the air. He does not have a successful beauty brand like Melody Cherie does, and he just doesn't have the various streams of income that are consistent and large enough for him to not only cover his basic needs, but to provide for 5 children. So if he is smart, he would not bring you on the air because that would be the end of the show. None of us would continue watching or supporting that show because of all the torment that you have done to Melody. Absolutely not. So if she is indirectly selling herself to production, I hope that they are also watching all of the bloggers' commentary on Arionne's live to know that that would be a huge mistake, a huge no-no. They have to work on the show that was once filled with meaningful conversations, a very realistic storyline for lots of couples, lots of people who were once involved in that type of situation. Now it has turned into like a soap opera. And Carlos just keeps adding people to the cast, adding people to the cast. And if he took some time to really film, at least show Latricia on camera, he would have known that that would have been a bad idea to add her and Ken. She seems very tense on camera, can barely open up her mouth. With the Sonny, Moses, and Destiny situation, that is just like a tired hamster on a wheel that just keeps spinning. When he tried to focus on the core 6 during season 6, that was probably a more better idea. And he really should have tried to get that core 6 to really converse and try and see what could come about for season 7. That's what I think. I would have rather shown the process of creating the Black Expo in Atlanta than to just add people and then you're hoping for the best. Add them to the mix and stir. That's kind of like what Carlos King has done for season 7. Now back to Arionne. Arionne said when she and Martell were on bad terms, she conveniently started DMing Melody, saying she'd contact Melody each time Martell contacts her. Arionne denies reaching out to Melody only in that instance that I just described. She said that Martell would call her 40, 50 times per day. And in my opinion, Arionne, that is not normal. That is not normal. I'll never forget when I was at a vendor show selling bedroom candy, and my sister Coretta, she kept calling back to back to back to back. Instead of like leaving a voicemail, or if I'm not picking up, leave a voicemail and or text message. The problem with that was that I was standing at a table that was covered in vibrators and lubricants, and I had like 3, 4 women standing in front of me, all making purchases, and I'm using my cell phone to create the Square invoices and to bill them, and they were paying me. Some of them were like, I don't really deal with Square. Can I just Cash App you? Sir, sure. And I'm using Cash App and I'm putting in the memo what their order was. And my sister just keeps calling and calling and calling, and I know that that's a different type of relationship. That is a sibling relationship. But the point that I'm making is that isn't normal when you could just call and at least give someone some time to call you back. But in my opinion, Arionne, what she finds to be normal is just quite bizarre. And it looks like you're dating your stalker. If what you're saying is true, it's like you are dating someone who totally just objectified you, saw you as an object, and he's demanding that you pick up the phone right now. It comes off disrespectful because it's like the person does not care what you may have going on. It could also be quite dangerous and disruptive if the person is driving and they're trying to focus and you're calling like a crazy person over and over and over and over and over and over. And she totally stayed dating him and they're in this relationship together. And I like, you don't find that to be a little weird, but she definitely watches what Melody does, because although she does not have her own cosmetic products, she was on TikTok live talking about this is a Dior lip oil, thinking that she could distract people from Melody's Seventh Avenue brand. Of course, we all know that that definitely cannot happen. But in my opinion, it was almost like she was hoping to distract everyone from Seventh Avenue Beauty with someone else's lip oil that you're not even getting paid to endorse, Arion. It's not like you're a social media influencer. You don't even post regularly, or, to me, we would definitely know if you had any paid partnerships. So I just think that that's foolish. But that is just me. Now, Arion, she is representative of what women work hard to go against. We don't want to be treated disrespectfully. We don't want to be thought little of as just like children or an object to have. And I feel like when you take shorts and you settle for a man who disrespected the wife that he had, and then you go live and you're talking about her, you call her a liar. There's nothing about Arionne's life that I would ever, ever want. My parents have passed and gone home, but if they were still here on earth, I would rather live at home and be driven crazy by my mom and dad than to live with a man who was married and hit on me. I would rather work 2 jobs every single day of my life before I depend on a man who drags his wife in and out of court on BS and just makes up stuff because he can't stand to hear in a TikTok live that someone was rubbing her legs and just couldn't get over how soft her skin was. And people that do not like Melody Cherie, they always say that she has not moved on since she left him in 2020 and the divorce was finalized in about 2021. But no, it's him. Melody, she speaks up for women who have had similar experiences. And we see her glow up every day when she works hard to provide for her children, and she's a great businesswoman. Martell is the one who is still stuck in 2020 and mad that she left that April. And he has this girlfriend that to prove it. And they are definitely 2 peas in a pod, a trifling, moldy pod. But what did you all think about Arionne's TikTok live? It makes me thankful for who I am and for the choices that I've made. I feel like me being a Black woman, single with no kids and hardworking, and even, it's not really super critical, but being a homeowner, it just makes me proud because I'm not just going to settle just for anyone just to say that I have a man. And I've said for a long time, like literally, I've had to just depend on God and make my best decisions and go from there. But I'm proud of you all too, and the great life choices that you have made. I thank you all so much for watching this video. Please hit the like button on this video as it is a free way of supporting the channel. And please subscribe to Shows Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.